Hey guys, it's me again, Nico, or Nicholas Sloan, whichever one you prefer. Um, Today I am, well, actually kind of pissed off. I just got off the phone with building management, and they haven't even so much as gotten around to talking to the guy about coming to my apartment to do the work that needs to be done. Um, but he said they were getting around to it tomorrow, and so I'll get an update then. So, knowing how patient I am, you should probably already know that I've taken steps to light a fire under their ass. So I called HPD and I launched a number of complaints against them, a couple of which have been closed. But I knew that those complaints would get them out here quicker. Um, they're not lies; they just happen to have been true before, and they are not true now. We had a major leak coming down from the fifth floor. Um, okay, so long story short is they shut off the building's water at around 5 p.m. one day, and dude on the fifth floor wasn't aware of this because he didn't come downstairs and see the signs in the lobby. And so he turned on his bathroom faucet at around 7, and the water didn't come back on until about 10 when he had already stepped out for the night. Yeah. But he had left his faucet on. And so at 3 a.m., when I was taking a shower, the water had come down. It had been so bad that it was leaking through my living room ceiling and my wall. But I didn't notice because I was in the shower, and leaking just would feel to me like, I don't know, more water. And so I didn't realize it was leaking. I finished up my shower because I heard noises, like popping noises. And so I thought someone was knocking on my bathroom door, and I answered like, okay, I'm getting out, hang on. But at 3 o'clock in the morning, it sounded weird because my son doesn't wake up until about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to take a shower and go get about his day. And so the popping that I heard sounded more like small, tiny explosions. And so when I went to check it out, it turns out that I had the little scented plugins in my bathroom outlet, and the water had saturated the walls so completely that having the plug-in in my outlet blew out my outlet. It almost caused a fire, shorted out the whole wall. And so that happened. And when I called HPD to tell them about the leak, or the wall, and the damage from the water damage and all that, I told them that it was a heavy leak, which it was that one night for however long it took until the fire department knocked open his door and shut off the water. That being said, the HPD inspector who came by, he told me that I had gone very, very light on my landlord, and that he would not be going very light on my landlord, and he wrote a Bible full of violations. And so I'm a very happy camper. And so now, as of I believe next week, there will be, I believe $9,200 worth of fines in my apartment alone. And he picked up 2 more from the lobby that he decided to just throw in for shits and giggles. And so it'll be about 10 to 11 grand worth of fines from me making a phone call. And they know that I made the phone call because I did not do it anonymously. I refused to do it anonymously. I gave my phone number, my address, my apartment number, and everything. And I want them to know it was me that reported them, so that way they'll come knocking on my door and be like, hey, what repairs do you need done right now so we can shut you up? And I'll be like, everything. And first we're going to start with giving me back my fucking bedroom. My God. So yes, we are on month 3.5 more weeks since I have had a bedroom. Because April 14th, yes, 2 days before the my Facebook birth date, I have not had a bedroom because I took it apart so that they could fix the wall behind my radiator, which is haphazardly done, and my closet. And they were supposed to do my floor. They were supposed to put in a whole new floor, which they did not do, and they still have not done. And I am not putting any furniture back in my bedroom until they have done so. But now they have also gotten violated for my living room floor, living room ceiling, kitchen floor, kitchen ceiling, bathroom ceiling, which has already been fixed and needs to be taken out and redone over again because they fucked up the job to begin with. Floors throughout the apartment, the walls in my bedroom and my son's bedroom, the walls in my living room from the water damage, and he threw in the walls in my kitchen for good measure. And all 3 closets. So all of that has to be done, along with the bathroom floor now, which is also being put in as part of the violation. So yay me for paperwork and lighting fires under their asses, but still, as of yet, I do not have a bedroom. And so this has been my bedroom. I have been sleeping on my couch. And comfy as fuck though it may be, it is still my couch, and I would prefer my bed. I would like to be able to, at some point, sneak a man in here and sneak him back out again before my kid wakes up to go to work. I don't know. It's a thing. So yeah. Not that I have a man picked out or anything for that. I haven't gotten that far in the plan yet. I just, would like to be able to get to that part of the plan. Although, in fairness, I probably won't. My bedroom will be done, and I'll probably still wait until after the plastic surgery has reconstructed everything, and then, maybe then I'll go hunting and get me a man. All of that being said, that is all the progress being made on the actual apartment itself. Nothing else has been done aside from the moving of the furniture in my living room so that I can accommodate myself because I'm going nuts and stir crazy in my apartment. Financial stuff has been kind of handled. Not currently working on anything right now. I mean, I am open to interviews for the Silenced Voices project. Sorry, Silenced Voices. And I'm going to do another video on this alone, but Silenced Voices, very quickly, is a project that I started doing because I'm a ghostwriter. And when the Me Too movement came up, actually even before Me Too, a couple of my friends, I'll get to that in the other video, but okay, so I decided to write a book, kind of like abuse, a survivor's version of abuse for dummies, kind of the answers to all the questions that people ask. I am so sorry. Questions that people ask. Why didn't you leave? Why did you stay so long? All of the normal questions that people always ask an abuse survivor. Why didn't you report it? All of those questions. But I didn't want to answer them myself because I felt that was way too self-serving and it would put me out there as a victim. And I hate the victim mentality. And I have survived, and I want to show not only the survival from my perspective, because there is a chapter in there of mine, but from other people's perspectives. So I figured as a ghostwriter, I would lend my skill to people who want to donate their story as a chapter, and I would ghostwrite their chapter for them in their voice. It would be their story, their chapter, into an anthology of sorts of abuse survivors telling their version of how they got out, how they survived, and how they got to where they are now. So I'm taking interviews currently for that, but I haven't really been advertising for it because I don't really have the means to get around the country to be able to do these interviews in person, and I don't really want to do the impersonal thing of interviewing over a phone or on Skype or anything like that, because there's just so much more that you can pick up from a person when sitting in a room with them while they're discussing these things. I record all of my interviews for sure, but I'm kind of empathic, and so I can pick up a lot more from being in a room with a person. So in order for me to do these interviews properly, I want to be able to travel to the state where these people are in and sit with them, in a room with them for a day or more if need be. Some of these interviews have happened in the span of 45 minutes, and some of these interviews have taken upwards of 6 hours, because it's how much the person wants to share of what happened to them and how they go about telling their story, because for some people it's much more difficult. My trauma happened so long ago that for me it feels like a lifetime ago. So when I wrote my chapter, it took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours, because I wanted to get it correct and I wanted to kind of highlight certain things, and I didn't really want to discuss other things because I felt they were unnecessary to the tale of survival. I didn't want to go into how he abused me, the excuses that he used to abuse me, or the reasons why he gave for abusing me, or the reasons why I came back when we broke up, because we broke up often. In the span of 6 years, it was 6 years, but it was only 3 years worth of actual physical violence. Before that, it was more like growling or grabbing or pushing, or, you know, that sort of thing, where it was dominance, but it wasn't violent physically yet. And then when it did graduate to violence, it was just all of a sudden, and there it was, and then it was just everything all at once. And my experience is not everyone else's experience. Since my experience was so long ago, I can speak about it in a very matter-of-fact way. It's not that I don't relive the horrors, I do. But I've learned to compartmentalize over the years, and I'm that kind of person who can just stuff it in a closet, stuff it in a box, stuff it in a closet, put it away for later until I can get around to dealing with it. My book, Silenced Voices, right now that project is more about giving people that outlet. They haven't been able to talk about their abuse or whatever for however. So, my idea is to give voices to those who have been silenced for so long, people who have kept it in and didn't want to put it out there, who didn't want to talk about it or didn't know that they could talk about it. Especially in a time now of Me Too, where everyone's kind of opening up. I'm giving people a way to open up, even if it is anonymously. You give a false name, you can, but tell your story. Tell your story and get it out there, even if it's just to get it out of that box in the closet, in the compartment in which you put it, so that way you don't have to hold on to that toxicity anymore. It's not, you're not the only person who knows it anymore. This way you can get it off of your chest, and that way it doesn't weigh you down as much anymore, or weigh them down as much anymore. And so that's why I started the project. That, and because I didn't want to be the go-to expert anymore for all things domestic violence related, because people would call me constantly and ask me, because they knew I had survived such a relationship. And so there was that. I'm not laughing because it's funny, I'm laughing because I'm nervous. It's a nervous laugh. I'm not nervous to talk about, well, I guess I am. I hate talking about it because it's so long ago, and it doesn't define me anymore, although it did help develop the person that I am. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I haven't been sleeping properly. I haven't been sleeping on my own bed. And so I'm babbling now, and I'm going to leave it here because I have other videos to record right now, and I have a whole to-do list behind the camera over there that you cannot see. and then I have some cleaning to do. So I will be talking to you guys again hopefully very, very soon. And I will not be uploading again frequently until I have my bedroom back. So I apologize for all the interruptive uploading, but once I have a place where I can sit down and actually put my stuff together and do my research and do my work and then be able to record, I will be able to do that. Just for right now, that's not a thing. I have a table behind me, a small kitchen table, and I have my sofa. I don't really have much else going on right now because my bedroom is a room full of plants, and so I don't have my office. My table, my desk is pulled apart, sitting on the other side of the room right now, on top of the other couch and my nightstand that has no business being in the living room. And I'm really, really beginning to lose my mind over all of this nonsense. And so as to not show you guys my insanity, I am not recording myself on a daily basis. Although my son did want me to record a couple of day in the life videos, which I will possibly be doing very, very soon, probably in this area. You will see me going stir crazy on video, possibly, I don't know, maybe. But we will talk soon, and I'm gonna let you go now.